Hey guys, it's Pancake, and yesterday Be Awesome Games decided to tell everybody what they've been working on. I've known about a lot of this stuff for a while now, but I've had to hold my tongue, and I'm so happy they announced it to everybody because I finally get to say something about this. When Day of Dragons released 1.0, they kind of rushed it, and they know they rushed it. And there was a lot of things that still needed polish. Lucky for us, they're never going to give up on this game, and I never will either. I'm excited to see what's coming to the game, and I hope you are too. Some of the biggest issues they had with 1.0 was performance. They have removed a lot of the Unreal Engine 5 features, such as Nanite, Virtual Shadows, and DX12. So those of you that were having the DX12 error, you shouldn't have that anymore. They've also reverted back to a lot of Unreal Engine 4 features, and significant work has gone back to add level of detail items where none previously existed. They've added AMD FSR 3, which is going to help resolution immensely if you have an AMD card. They've also changed some display options. The new options include enabling FSR 3, or adjusting quality and sharpness, and enabling frame generation. For those of you that like to upstat and nest, they've increased the maximum grade of random spawn from D+ to C+. So expect a lot more C+ dragons in the near future. They've also made the dominant stat have a higher chance of being passed on than the recessive stat, which was previously equal. As for mutations, the chance of passing on the dominant skin has been reduced to make it easier to craft rarer skins. Now let's talk about the dragons. They've added missing juvenile sprint animations for the biolumin, and they've also added juvenile hover animations, juvenile bile animations, and flapping sounds. The emotes that were missing before for most people, which would be 6 through 9, no longer require the unobtainable Biolumin Kickstarter DLC. Now let's move on to the Inferno Ravager. The Inferno now reduces raw plasma and frost damage by 50%, and lightning damage by 25%. They also improved flight takeoff, which was extremely hard before, and added the fireball attack instead of the flame like a flame stalker. As for the flame stalker, they've changed a lot of the armor. Now the fire mitigation has increased from 80 to 90, frost from 0 to 10, and lightning from 0 to 60. Speaking of lightning, we've got the Blitz Striker. The Blitz Striker is going to be playable extremely soon, with custom skins and a new nest. Blitz Strikers will also be able to detect weather changes and grant no-cost flight during thunderstorms. Also, when there is a thunderstorm, Blitz Strikers can summon lightning strikes to recharge their bio completely. Now, the Blitz Striker, I didn't even know this was going to be a thing, is going to be able to detect weather changes, and during thunderstorms, they're going to be able to fly at absolutely no cost of stamina. During a thunderstorm, the Blitz Striker can summon a lightning strike to recharge their bio completely. Summoning this will cost stamina and inflict stamina exhaustion. Another new mechanic I had no idea about is if you get enough Blitz Strikers together, you can actually summon a thunderstorm. You'll be able to do this once per game day under the right conditions. When the Blitz Striker uses its special ability, it has a 100% chance to stun the enemy, but this also requires a full bar of bile and uses up all of the bile. We all know that they're going to add random weather to the game, but stuff like rain and thunderstorms are really going to have an impact on gameplay now. For those that are out there trying to elder, they did add a brand new eldering method, and they want us to figure it out. They said it should not be hard to figure out, not like the last one. Those that were not impressed with the map, they have updated the map by fixing a lot of issues. They've added new places and filled out a lot of the empty areas. Now, you may have seen this in one of my last videos, but they added a little slider for adjusting the iridescent strength of skins when you have the Shimmer Pearl going. The options menu has been updated as well. They added accessibility options for photosensitivity, including normal, reduced, and disabled. And the player menu now accurately reflects the time of day. A lot of you like PvP, and they've added new and improved PvP hitbox detection for all of the dragons. They've also improved targeting for projectiles aimed at flying targets and made significant improvements to bite detection when flying. They've also updated a lot of the ragdolls, which are going to be a lot more noticeable with the Blitz Striker. Now, have you ever been out there and you're starving, but your friend is completely full? Something I like that they added, I had no idea that they were going to do this. They added a new mechanic allowing players to, regurgitate or puke up food It's going to make them a little hungrier, but you're going to at least survive. So I think that's a really cool feature that they added into the game. Now, another cool thing that they've added, you might have seen this in one of my last videos, is being in water now applies the wet status. And that lasts for 3 seconds after leaving the water. It protects against decay, burning, and the bioluminescent effect. If it rains, you're also protected with the wet effect. Now, if you do get attacked by a Blitz Striker, you're going to be hit with the stun effect. This is a brand new effect. They've added it. It prevents players from moving or acting for a specified time. They have not said how long that time is going to be. I even asked, now much like the bioluminescent dragon can hover, sounds like they made that something you can do with the Blitz Striker as well. I haven't checked up on that, but it sounds pretty sweet. They've also added in the Swamp Snapper, which lurks in or near water. I'm kind of excited to see what this does.